now. But do you see yourself where do you see yourself fighting? Do you see yourself fighting in the United States eventually? You know, when you get your name out there, do you plan on, being like a homegrown, you know, star in like the UK, like keeping your name over there?
To be honest, I'm happy. I just like to fight. I just like to fight. I'll fight anybody, anywhere. So it don't matter whether it's in the UK or it's America or Saudi Arabia, where the guys have just been fighting. I don't mind. I'll fight anywhere. So ideally, I mean, yeah, America, that would be a big place to head over and sort of be able to fight over there. But I never say never. If the opportunity arises, then definitely I've got no reason not to take it. So if the phone rings and it's right, then we'll go. So
As far as Stoke-on-Trent goes, right? Where are you from?
So originally I'm from a little town called Shrewsbury, in Shropshire, but yeah, about an hour away from Stoke-on-Trent. But now I've been here about a year and a half, 2 years. So yeah, I'm from Stoke-on-Trent now, I'd say.
Stoke is considered like real tough neighborhood. Do you feel like that's rubbing off on you?
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, I am quite a nice, friendly person, but there is that side to me that I don't think a lot of people, especially new people that I meet, they don't seem to see that there's a nasty side in there. There is. So I think I fit in all right. I do make a joke with my coaches, Jason Crompton and Scott Lawton, that I'm the roughest on my estate here, because where I've moved in, it's a very posh estate, and I feel like I'm a little bit out of place here. But I'm on a nice side of Stoke. There's a few rough areas, but that doesn't bother me. No. So
do you spar men?
Do I spar men? Yeah. To be fair, I'm at the minute in our stable, I'm the only female pro that we've got. We have got another girl called Nikita, but she's off in the army at the minute. So I'm actually the only female pro that Impact at Black Atom's has got. So yeah, unless we go off traveling and out to spar, which we do, but a lot of my sparring is done in the gym, and yeah, it's against the guys. So yeah.
So who was the best fighter that you sparred or fought? Just period.
Oh, that's tough, man. I've got to say, like, always the one person that I know I was the most anxious for, and it sort of got me in here more than anybody else, was Kirsty Bavington. I actually debuted against Kirsty. She's now the European welterweight champion. And I think that was probably 3 or 4 fights on from our fight. So I debuted against her on a 6-rounder on her home turf. So I think mentally and physically, she was probably the toughest for me, because she's a very strong girl, and she applies a lot of pressure all the time. But then as time's gone on, I'm used to people applying the pressure on me, so I kind of feel like I handle that pressure now. So I think I work well off the back foot just as well off the front. But yeah, Kirsty was probably my biggest to date so far. Yeah, I mean, there's been a couple of big names that I've fought against, but she was definitely the toughest.
Wait, you debuted in a 6-rounder with no amateur experience? Yeah, that's crazy.
I know, yeah, I'm a bit of a nutter, honestly.
That's crazy.
But yeah, and and I think it was a points decision, so I made it. So yeah, it was good. And I think, even Kirsty will agree, it wasn't as easy as she thought it was going to be. So yeah, it was a good result for me, really, to build my confidence up more than anything. Well, to be able to get in there with somebody like that for 6 rounds on my first fight away from home. Yeah, kind of threw all caution to the wind and just got stuck in there, so.
There's a really, really big fighter in the UK that's around your weight. Is that where you can see yourself fighting in a couple of years? Because what, Katie fights at 135?
She does, yeah. That's what I've gone down to.
So you can make 135.
Oh yeah. I mean, I was fighting at super lightweight, so 140 pounds. but we were noticing that I was coming in on the scales. I was always coming in at like 138, 137. So and it wasn't really that much of a struggle for me to get to that weight. So we kind of thought that it might make more sense. And there's more women in the lightweight division than the super lightweight division. So it's the busier division to be in, you know. So I think more opportunities would knock there for me in the lightweight division. Yeah. So but yes, ideally, I mean, I do believe in myself, but I am realistic. You know, I am no Katie Taylor, but I believe that if I carry on going the way that I am going and I put in the hard work and dedication that I do, that there's no reason why I couldn't be. So, yeah.
How important was this last victory to you, confidence-wise?
Do you know, it was really, like I said before, like I touched on being a fight away from home. It doesn't mean that those losses when you get them are any easier. So like for me, like people that know me, I train 6 days a week, twice a day, every week. Like I won't even miss training on my birthday. Like, you know, there's no reason why I'll miss training. So I'm always there, and I always want to get better. So I think, yeah, I'd come off a loss. I'm pretty sure I just fought at York Hall, but I'm not trying to say anything, but I do believe I won that fight, but it went the other way. That really hurt me, I think, because I genuinely felt like I'd won that fight. And then I can lose graciously. So, you know, if I lose, that I'll take that, and you learn from that loss. But sometimes when you go on the road, it's a lot harder when you don't get that decision, and you know in your heart that you did everything that, you know, you needed to do. It can be quite hard on you, but I think it's toughened me up. I'm a lot different to the person that I used to be a few years ago. And yeah, I mean, that win was very important to me. I had a lot of people on social media telling me that, you know, I'm just an old hag, like I'm not going to be able to beat her. She's going to knock me out. Like, just all these kind of things. So if anything, I mean, it was again, like I say, it was for me, but it was a bit kind of like, yeah, you know, people underestimate me, but they don't actually know if I can do a good job, you know. So yeah, it was a very important win for me, because it just proves to me that even these big names and people like that, I can go out there and I can beat them. So